you feel chop second when Tiny was part of the competition. Tiny chop first, where you chop second. So like seriously, you be rapper where you did here like that.
Oh no, I mean like that was then. I think the tiny one was in like I was 98, Ecstasy 98. It was a 3-day competition at a trade fair. So like you go on Friday, you go on Saturday, and then you go on Sunday. So if you go on Saturday and you qualify, then you get to pass on to for like Friday. If you qualify, you go on
to the next day.
The next day, that's Saturday. Then when you qualify, you go on Sunday. So yeah.
And you were second.
It wasn't just me; it was a group. So
okay, you were part of a group.
Yeah, part of a group. So RK2, that was the
RK2.
That's Robert Kofi. So yeah, so the K2 bits, yeah. So yeah. So it was the finale was between us, a Tiny and somebody else. I don't remember. I think quite a number of them.
That explains why you drop bars.
Sometimes.
Guys, we're on Showbiz Review Daybreak Hitz on Hitz 103.9. Share the link. Let your friends also see what we're doing this morning here on the show. Now, our first story says middlemen are killing trust of sponsors in creatives. Lexi the Comic is the one saying this. Popular Ghanaian stand-up comedian Lexi the Comic has bemoaned what he has described as a middleman phenomenon affecting creatives in Ghana. Speaking during an X Spaces discussion hosted by Ghana Web on July 25, 2025, Lexi the Comic, the real name, Emmanuel Nkansa Ansong, detailed how intermediaries often mismanage sponsorship deals meant for creatives, and he is on the line now. Let's speak to Lexi the Comic. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Kwame.
Oh, Bray, man, that's saying. Bray, man, that man, Lexi, this morning you have. Yes. Yes. And we're talking about something that you said on Ghana Web X Spaces, still on the sponsors issue. But this time around, you are talking about middlemen who are killing the trust of sponsors in creatives. Now, let me ask you, what exactly were you talking about in that interview?
First of all, I'll say good morning to your pundits and many listeners doing their listening and viewing on Facebook and radio too. So we're having a conversation about Ghana comedy, and it got to the point of challenges we are facing as an industry and what we need to do to maximize profit, and also why our corporate Ghana not really showing interest in coming fully to support our industry. And I said, not that others haven't joined us in the past, some have shown interest in the past, but with my personal experience in the industry, because aside me being an actor, I also have an event company that organizes my events and some shows for people who are interested in doing shows. So with my little experience with these businesses, I've got to know that there are some companies that without a certain individual that they've worked with for a long time, they can never get any sponsorship from them. So, and these people, the industry, we know them. Some of them are still around us. We call them the middle. I call them the middlemen. I don't know the industry term for.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think it's a beautiful thing. As far as if I cannot get access to the company, somebody has devoted his time and everything to do that negotiation on my behalf. Whilst I sit back, and it's a beautiful thing, But the point is, when they go and we all agree on whatever percentage we need to split to do the job, at the end of the day, it comes out that the one who wants to negotiate wants to take the lion's share of the deal. Maybe if I say I want to organize an event for about 1,000 people, And the middleman says, okay, fine, I can get you this company to help you do this show. Now, when we agree on, okay, fine, I'll take about 20%, I'll give you 80% because the money originally is meant to go and do a show. But because you helped me facilitate the money, I say, okay, fine, you take 20%. But originally, I wouldn't have had that money. Now, with the 80% in mind, that is the amount I am getting, I start making moves, getting logistics, getting venue, based on the money that I have originally agreed on, because that is what I think is allocated to me. Now I start getting resource people involved, getting building other comedians. They charge me. I say, okay, fine. They're only for there's narrative to change at some point. You come back and say that, okay, fine, I needed to sort 1 or 2 people out, so now I'll give you 50%. That one, I started saying, but what can I do? I said, okay, fine, let's do 50-50. Then the next minute, it beats down to you taking the 20% out of the deal, and he is taking about 80% with the excuse that he had to sort a lot of people out. Now, if the CEO or the company sends people to come and watch the show because they are sponsors of the show, and they are expecting that, okay, you people said you need 200,000 to run the show. Now they come and they realize that, no, the show that we did, it doesn't meet up with the money that they gave to us. At the end of the day, what do you think will happen? If you go back to them and say, next year I'm doing another show, they will say that, but you last, they didn't even make good use of the money we gave because it wasn't up to when we quantify whatever you did, it didn't sum up to the money we invested. So at some point you realize that you will be crying that there are no people, the corporate Ghana is not really showing interest in our business or something, because the certain middleman is the one taking the lion's share of the deal, and it is one way or the other affecting the bigger, the bigger picture, because now it will get to a point nobody will show interest in investing into events again. I don't have any problem. My point is, I don't have any problem if we are all going to do our bit of the agreement, because even if you give me the 80% and I don't do as I promised, you will not be happy about it. So if I decide to do my bit of the deal and you try to play smart on me, you are not being fair. And you are not just being fair to me, you are not being fair to even the company that we went to take their money. Basically.
Lexi, why are you not able to deal directly with the sponsors of the companies?
Okay, so I don't know how to say this so it doesn't come very so I think there are some people I think Ghana, not like in our DNA or our fiber of doing things, every time there should be a linguist. Like even passport, there needs to be a Goro boy somewhere. If you need a prepaid meter, there needs to be some Goro boys. Like there is always somebody who needs to speak on your behalf to get the thing done for you, even when it is something that needs to be done if the systems were working. But in our way of doing it, every time somebody needs to, and probably there's somebody in-house in the company who loves to deal with that particular individual. Maybe they also have their deal. They something they do on the
So usually, is it the company that mandates that middleman to work on their behalf?
Because probably if I go to the company directly, that guy sitting behind the desk will not listen to me. Will not listen to me because he doesn't want the code of conduct or how they want to execute the thing. I might not be on the same energy wave with the person, because like he feels like, okay, if I decide to break bread with this guy, what if he blows cover or he doesn't want, but maybe that middle guy, understands his way of doing things. So there are people with a lot of beautiful ideas who work to companies. So like the company, the boss at the top would not show interest in it. You will love it, but that guy who has been placed in position to see to it that some of these things will help, like move the company to the next level, or on top of that, people get to know about the company, has probably somebody who is comfortable having some of these deals with. So you have no option than to talk to that individual before you can get the deal done. Because you take these beautiful proposals to them and you can explain yourself from morning to evening.
Have you had a personal experience where you went there directly to see the top at the company, and then you were denied, or you didn't have the sponsorship because you didn't use a middleman.
I have met some people, and you discuss, you even give proposal that explain yourself. You say, oh, look at this, yeah, I think I love this is something new. Hey, it won't go anywhere. And I've been companies that you wouldn't go directly, they won't mind you. But the moment you do that passage, like that passage, that way of getting to them, that individual, the thing gets done. And that one, sometimes it doesn't even involve proposal. Like, it's just the guy going to say that, oh, I believe in this, and they do it for you. So I realize that sometimes it's not even a matter of proposal. It's a matter of who is inside there and is just ready to, like, do your thing for you. They don't care whatever idea. Because I've seen some shows, like, that get sponsorship. And I've seen some great ideas to that.
Yeah.
And a typical example, I saw what Baba Sadiq did with Dream Music.
Okay.
And I saw the stage and everything that he was doing, and I felt like, okay, this is something that should get sponsors coming on board and all that. You will not really get the sponsors, get the sponsors, but somebody maybe some idea be that you see that, oh, this one here. But you get a sponsor and they will come in hard, because probably you are talking to the right guy who will get the thing done for you.
Lexi, what's the highest percentage you've paid for engaging a middleman?
I cannot disclose over here.
Not amount, percentage.
No, well, if I'm to do it, 10%, 20% is a fair deal.
20%?
10 to 20%.
10 to 20.
Yes, please.
But have you experienced a situation where the middleman came later to say, okay, maybe we agreed on 20%, but I need more?
It's not like you need more. He's the one going to take the thing and bring it to you. And he will come and tell you that, oh, even though we agreed on this amount, I beg you, now this amount is left, so what's up?
Okay.
Your mind is like you don't like it. The man you don't like, but what? Like, you have to take it like that. It is not good at all. It is not good about you say, okay, but I think you can settle some sound issue, so let me use it. But that was the headline sponsor. That's the headline sponsor. But that money can only pay for sound. But on paper, the budget was supposed to take care of everything.
Lexi, how many times have you experienced this yourself?
I have colleagues, and I have personally myself. I cannot say that all through my career that is what I face. But I have sat with colleagues and myself with the little experience I have, and I realize that I will all have the same conversation running through. Like, oh, this thing happened. Even and this one, it's not even like the OBM sponsor one time came on social media and bashed one industry guy that so. And yeah. It was, maybe I would mind the few times I've encountered that. But my friend, he came out and it got to a point, it was very frustrating. So he had to voice it out and tell the world that, yo, this individual is messing me up. And there are other people who have done that to me, but probably decided to get voice, because that one was extremely frustrating.
Okay.
You know? Yeah.
Okay, how do we solve this? Moving forward, how do we solve this whole middleman craze that is siphoning money from your side and affecting your event and your brand?
I don't know how we can fix it. But seriously, I don't know how we can fix the Guru Boy system in Ghana.
Okay.
And it's not even just about events. The Guru Boy, the machinery behind the whole Guru Boy thing. It's as I said, it is in our DNA. It is in the fiber of how we do things. Like every time also we something, you need to always get that guy, somebody who will go and or do, I don't know. But probably if you accept, you can say sorry, and the person will say, oh. But until that guy comes into the conversation,
All right.
it's like the person would never accept your apology or not even listen to you or give you a listening ear, which I have no problem. My own is, let's all like, let's go by the rules, like whatever we all agreed on, you know. Let's go up until that thing is done. At some point, all these people will not be interested in investing in our shows again, basically.
Okay.
But I would say that if this is what I need to commend those who have also done it in a very nice way.
Good.
That yeah. Someone like Francis Nutako.
All right.
A big shout out, and he's the reason why I got myself the SVD.
Good.
And I think it's a very beautiful thing he did for me. And one guy called Cornelius, he met me to the Sempasini people. These are two individuals that I can boldly say that they've done a great job. But there are some others I cannot mention again. And I don't think they need this big platform for me to brand their names to various rooms for them to know these are the people. No.
All right.
I think we can all do better as an industry and as a people to help do this beautiful thing we are all doing.
Thank you very much, Lexi the comic there, and he speaking about middlemen who are killing the trust of sponsors and creatives. Lexi the comic right there. Now let me come in here and speak to my panel members. I have my big men in here. Robert Clark is here, and Nana Puku Ashes, who is an artist manager. Robert, you have a marketing background. When we talk about middlemen, what do they do? Middlemen, how important are they in business transactions?
I think the way, if you just take it at a face level, middleman would mean anything in terms of anybody playing a role in that particular space. But I think that when it comes to, based on what he just said, the conversations you guys had, it's more about people playing a role in helping you broker a deal.
Okay.
You understand? So somebody has invested years. So I've gone to school, done my marketing course, paid fees whatsoever, learned how to work on proposals, speak the language that the businesses can speak, understand, and I'm able to unpack their needs currently, and I prepare a proposal, capture whatever you want to achieve, and put it in the document. Look for the right people to talk to, get the right contacts and the connects, book an appointment, go and do a presentation, follow up, and close the deal on your behalf. I have given you value. I deserve to earn from that particular value that I've given you. So in certain cases, I think people need to understand that is one of the, if this guy is playing this particular role, this value comes at a fee.
Okay.
And you need to be able to remunerate the person for it.
All right.
You understand? And there are different kinds of these roles and dependencies, which also informs how much you're supposed to pay them. So if you look for the word finder's fee, for example, in business terminology, it always comes at a certain amount of money. And there are different ways of charging based on industry or big the size of the deal and etc. etc. So, for example, if it's real estate, it's 1 to 10%. Okay. And it's there. And there are companies who do this, and at the end of the day, they even pay tax
on that.
So there are agencies that exist right now who are agencies working for companies, and these agencies is their responsibility. You go to them, you tell them, I have this, I have that. They'll do all the necessary. They'll even value it for the client, let them understand how much they need to be able to invest, all of that. So when they finish and then they take their cut, it's like a legal cut, you know, whether it's 15%, whether it's 20%, they've taken
it's a standard.
Yeah, and it's treated as income to the organization for which they actually pay tax. You know, so VRA will be, is it VRA? GRA will be there to do their necessary stuff. So I just first of all want to establish that middlemen and their role has legal business grounds. And we need to be clear about it. The only thing you need to discuss now is the extent to what value they give you, and therefore how much money they're going to give. Because there are different things. Somebody will tell you, if I'm working on a project that is at this particular figure, for me, I'm taking a flat rate of X amount of money. Okay. Somebody will also tell you, I will have the sliding scale. The sliding scale says something like, if it's first 100,000, I'm taking 10%. and then the subsequent 5,000 I'm going to take
lesser,
that kind of stuff. So those conversations
okay, so it slides as you go. And then somebody will also tell you, well, so for me, standard 15%, and that's it. And there are people don't respect this, but even in business, if I give you a referral, you can take money for it. Okay.
Yes, referral. Like I give you a contact and you get a deal. You can earn from it, because getting a contact is not a walk in the park. You know, I need to have built my credibility. I'll place a call and say, Charlie, Ashes is coming to see you, sort him out. Then Ashes goes.
Sort him out. You do them all the time for me. Oh, Robert, I never did sort them out.
So that alone is, in business, there's value to it, and you can check all of these things exist within the business space. So, but if I'm doing more than just giving you a referral,
all right,
then at the end of the day, you need to be able to pay me for the extra stuff. So there are companies that establish themselves in that particular regard, or there are people who do these things and then they want to be able to earn that. I think so having understood that, I'm now trying to understand Lexi's point.
Yeah.
So what it means is that you are given 200K and then they're expecting 200K's worth of sponsorship.
Yes.
What you need to do to help yourself, all things being equal, is to be clear on KPIs.
All right.
What is the output that the company is looking for based on whatever agreement for which they give the X amount of money that they gave.
Okay.
They give 200K. What are they expecting? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, then you need to be able to be clear with whoever is helping you function as a middleman. Because at the end of the day, if the sponsor comes and the sponsor is unhappy based off the whatever they come to see, remember, it's not just the unhappiness does not just sit with only you. It sits also with the middleman who came to broker the deal for you, because the person would also feel like, what are you talking about? Because there have been several situations where you function as a middleman and then the people don't deliver. And you yourself as a middleman, you lose your credibility.
Okay.
You know, so it's both ways. So it's not just...
So it doesn't only affect the event organizer or the artist, but also the middleman.
Also the middleman, because every middleman, your credibility is what rubs off onto the person that you are fighting for. You understand? I'm trying to broker a deal. I don't even know this Lexi. Okay, so maybe Lexi is a big artist, but who is going to organize it? Because I don't know Lexi as somebody... So this is quote unquote. Let me just use somebody before somebody misconstrues
hypothetical situation.
Yeah, hypothetical situation.
All
so
right.
somebody is looking for a deal. I don't know this particular person as an event organizer who is able to deliver the deal. However, this person is an excellent maybe musician.
All right.
But what is the machinery behind this particular person in executing to what we are looking for in terms of the KPIs? So your credibility, like if you trust in me as a middle person, then you are going to say, okay, so you have to ensure. So maybe in certain cases, they'll even ask you to manage the process to ensure that the KPIs agreed upon has been achieved.
Oh.
You know, that kind of thing. So all of those things exist. So if in the grand scheme of things, the person is playing these rules, you have to rate the person for what the person is doing. But then again, on your side, you have to agree on the KPI. So at the end of the day, you are clear that 200 cities can achieve the following KPIs, and then you put your pen to the dotted line. So if 200 cities cannot achieve that the KPIs they are looking for, you know, agree with the person from the get-go. So it's not like at the end of the day when you are reviewing performance, having a performance thereof, and you have issues with, zero deliverables in specific areas. So I think those are the things that we can look into.
Let me
But
speak
Ashes is
to
here.
Ashes, who is an artist manager. Ashes, so
Yes,
this is
boss.
Lexi talking about middlemen and how they take money from the money they will use to organize the event. At the end of the day, they're not able to even maybe deliver the expected type of event they want. And so it affects them. As an artist manager who also organizes an event, have you had to deal with these middlemen, and how did you deal with them?
Yeah, I think Robert made justice to the subject.
Yeah.
There's not more to really add. It's a job of somebody as well to seek sponsorship. Somebody went to his marketing school, did time over there, and this is where they also expect to get paid. So you cannot say that because you are the main instrument in this conversation, you take all the chunk. No, they have a conversation with you. A proper middle person or a proper broker will have a conversation with you.
Yeah.
That, bro, I go do this thing, come. What's my percentage? Or waiting I get, or this is my percentage I work with. You can then negotiate that, no, 20%, I know will give you. No. certain. He says, okay, fine, let's do 10%. You agreed verbally or contractually, whatever it is, you have agreed. So if you go and you bring your share and you take in share, I don't see any big deal in it. Because you see, most companies do not want to work directly or do not want to engage directly with artists. They've had their troubles from yesterdays when they went directly to the people. So say, let me use an example. Say Guinness Ghana wants to organize probably another Guinness eruption. They are not going to ask Guinness Ghana going to hoist the thing themselves. No. They'd rather look for Charterhouse, right? They'll look for an entity that is bigger, that can handle this whole event. Then they give it to them. So now Charterhouse becomes a broker in the business.
Okay.
Charterhouse will now have to negotiate with the artists that, we're giving you X and X to perform. Do you want? It's up to you to agree on it or not agree on it. If you think the artist, knows enough information about how much Guinness Ghana gave them, so you're going to negotiate based on how much Guinness Ghana gave them, that's also up to you. When your negotiation is there at power and then they feel that they need you so much, fine. You understand me?
Yeah.
Then you can broker it like that. But the guy who has worked, has gone into meetings, has gone tirelessly, placing calls up and down, going through the stress that you cannot go through, you don't tell him that after it, he should just give you all the money for you to organize your event because you are the main instrument. No, it doesn't work like that. So it's up to them to have a conversation.
All right.
Two key things I want to quickly add. If it's
okay, do that before. I think Lexi is on the phone lines right now to clarify something. So maybe you go before he goes.
All right. I just want to quickly mention that. The first one is the fact that there are companies that by rule, they only deal with people who are registered in their system.
Okay.
By rule. So, for example, any form of engagement when it comes to activation events whatsoever, they will only deal with the people who are within their system. So if you do come to them, even payout is going to be through the companies that they are
working for.
Okay. So I think let's just take Lexi.
Okay, Lexi has something to clarify. Lexi.
Mr. Dazi, I don't know if what I said on radio is the same topic you guys are discussing.
Okay.
Because I remember saying that if we agree on a certain percentage, I will do my part of the bargain.
Okay.
Take your percentage and let me have my part of the. But if you decide to include into my percentage, you are affecting the business. And this is not the first time we are having this discussion, because when Obi raised that concern some time back, I remember Mr. Robert and Mr. Ashes, I think they were the same people in the studio. And this is the same way they treated the topic. Unless maybe probably we as an industry, we don't want to talk about it. We don't want to talk about what we pretend. Or probably they are treating us differently from other people.
Can I ask you a question?
No, wait. Let him clarify. He's clarifying.
I'm not saying you've not gone to your marketing school. You've gone to your marketing school. You've done everything. But if we put pen to paper, and we agree that 20% is because you went to your marketing school, you lobbied for me. And after I start doing the show, I do the show, and later the money, because we all agree, sometimes you do the show before even the money comes. Then you do the show, or prior to the show, the money that comes, the guy tells you that, though we wrote 200,000, the money they come though, but it is 40K or 30K I go give you because I've shot some people out.
No, but that's
okay. So Lexi, it means that is breach of agreement, right?
Yeah.
Breach of agreement is what, and I'm saying that a lot of our boys in the industry face that. And that is what I want us to attack.
Okay, so the crux of this matter, the crux of your story and your concern is the breach of agreement, but not the use of middlemen.
Yeah, so it had to be state categories, so we all know what we are doing.
Okay, so we got you. We got your points now. Okay, all right.
Sure.
Okay, thank you. So Lexi the comic clarifying that he is more concerned about the breach of agreements. Maybe you agree.
So then the headline. I think the headline we are dealing with is how we are talking about what we are talking about, because it states that middlemen are robbing.
Okay.
You understand me?
Okay.
If robbing, then we will go into those those
There is
terms.
a portion here in the story that says Lexi added that although creatives may agree on a 20% cut with such intermediaries, they often return with excuses and deductions that drastically reduce the fund. So this is the breach of agreement side of the discussion.
So Kwame, back to one of the things that I usually I think I kick against when it comes to these write-ups. What the hero of this particular write-up is a middleman robbing.
Yeah.
An add-on is
In the write-up.
in the write-up says that, you know, and Lexi added that what the guy would breach. Meanwhile, that is his focus. So it means that what has been captured is not the focus.
So the focus of the writer is not the focus of the
Lexi.
person who is
Exactly.
who
You
is in the
understand?
middle
Yeah.
of the whole
You know,
discussion.
so it's sometimes.
No,
I'm not too sure.
that would be wrong if
Yes.
I have an agreement with you that you are taking 20% and then you come back and you come take 40%. Or you're no. Me as an artist manager, I don't agree for you.
Yeah.
It won't work under my
Why would they do that?
Yeah, so I mean, so clearly it's like somebody chop your money, then I'm like.
So this one is not
What's it
part
gonna do?
of the practice of a middleman.
No, it's not part. It's
So
not
if
part of the
anybody
practice.
does that, nipa ni suban.
Yeah. So if I deal with the person, I mean,
so
it is what
that
it
one
is.
and you see they're probably doing that to them because you see the comedians are not as loud when it comes to media works, like the way the artists, you find them backing and people are supporting them. A comedian might back, and sorry to use the word back, might air his view and won't get the public sympathy like the way a musician, say Shatta Wale comes to say that, hey, this guy has taken my 20%. Yo, it's headline, like it goes boom. You know?
No, I don't. I think that they have enough voice to be able to voice.
No,
it. I
they
mean,
have
like-
the voice, but they don't have the public sympathy.
No, it's not even about public sympathy. Somebody take your money.
That is why he's complaining.
Tell her you have somebody's supposed to give you what about 80%.
Yeah, and he's
of the
taking-
value. The person comes and says like, I'm going to give you 40%.
Robert, what you don't get is that is why it's now news. Because I'm saying that this cannot happen to a Shatta Wale. This won't happen to a Sarkodie. This will not happen. You understand me? Because it will become whoever you middleman is that you do that to them. You know you are in trouble. Because once they blast, it goes viral.
And Lexi says something that
So, like with them, they struggle to get that kind of news. That's why he's making a case for it.
hey Robert.
Because
Lexi says
hold on.
something.
Because the middlemen know
Okay.
that I was saying don't be
A man be your budget because he mentioned.
That's why he's.
I also need the
that's
money.
why he's making a.
Maybe this
but
can
you see,
sort
but what I'm
out
saying
my-
is this: me money baby obeji. Was that agreement that Charlie?
That
I will
wasn't
find something for you.
So that's
or we agreed.
Yes.
I'm going to pay you X amount of money.
Yeah.
So once I'm going to pay you X amount of money, then the X amount of money becomes the basis for
Exactly.
Yeah. So if it goes wrong, then apply the required rules within the business space. Maybe
That is what I'm saying. That you see, they've done it to them for a long time.
Lexi says it happens to all the names that you're mentioning, the big names that you mentioned.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. I'm telling him on authority.
Once there's
Sure.
an agreement,
You lie.
it'll be different matter. Oh.
It doesn't.
Okay, so here's the deal. The fact
What
that
you
a
talk
company
about?
gives me a company can give me 20K
Yeah.
and then I'll give you, let's say, 15K. Yeah. But that is
That's
based
it.
on our deal.
Yeah.
And another thing that let me also explain this. A company can say I will give you 20K. So Ashes 20K has come through. But I will end up giving Ashes, let's say, 14K. Why? Do you know why? Because the company is going to pay me after 3 months.
Yeah.
I will now have to pre-finance Ashes project with my 20K.
So there's an interest
Okay.
So
somewhere.
at the end of the day, some interest there somewhere.
So the money- okay.
So almost immediately, Ashes understands actually the 14K, it makes sense because one, I'm pre-financing. Two, there's also my cut I forget because I'm brokering the stuff. 3, KPIs management, blah blah, all of that.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
But even
So
that-
that will increase the percentage.
Yeah, but even
we
that
agreed
must-
on, right?
Yes, that would but those are things that you discuss at the beginning.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
From the
even that
outset.
we discussed.
Yeah, you discuss
You
from the
have to
outset.
discuss this.
Because
Like
if you're
me.
paying me after 3, like
I'm
some
not-
companies, when you send the invoice, they will tell you after the project is finished, bring the invoice, and then it will now take 91 days
Yep,
for you
for it
to
to
get
clear.
it. So if, for example, we finish the deal now, you finish executing the project in 2 months. After the project is finished, they come to watch it, then you submit your invoice. By the time you finish, how many months have you gone? You've gone beyond 6 months before you're going to get your money. I can't just give you the money as is.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So these are pure
Ashes,
business
have you
but we need to
experienced-
agree at the
Have
end
you
of the day.
experienced that situation where you agreed on a percentage and then the middleman came and said, "Charlie, for add some, or I'm taking more from it.
In my 21 years experience here, it not happened to me. And I don't know any of my friends who's actually gone through this. That's why I'm saying it to him that, they happen for our side. No. Unless maybe the younger artists, probably, I don't know about that. But where I sit, no, you dare not. Whoever you middleman be, what we agreed on is what we take. If you bring the deal, if Robert brings a deal, it'll be only Robert and if you do, I'm making, the only Robert. I don't do anybody again. If you tell me, say, this be it, it should be that. And I'm getting it.
This is good education.
They have any banter over
the only flip that you can possibly get, for example, sometimes is when the event organizer rather agrees that he will pay you 10 cedis. And the event
no go well.
Then they will come back to Charlie, I beg you.
Yeah, that one we all see say that
Charlie,
that one
go well. So you, I beg you.
Yeah, we go agree to you.
But not the other way around.
Oh.
You remember I asked Lexi how we can solve this issue. And he said it is our DNA. We are educating ourselves right here. So when it happens like this, what do we do? How do we make sure that our event organizers and artists who put up events don't get treated in this manner? You mentioned earlier, have the conversation from the outset.
From the beginning.
But if it happens, what do you do?
I'll take it on. It's law.
That's all. It's business law. Really.
It's business law. So
It's can only be crowd.
There will be. What you be saying?
How?
So I should just be fold my hands and then make you take 40% out of something we agreed on at 20%. No. But me, what are they going to tell my artist? What do I tell him? Like when I go, but how do I report myself? Oh, child, the guy take 40%. Are you mad?
But in the case of, let's say, Lexi, who maybe doesn't have a manager like you are a manager to an artist, a big artist. Maybe Lexi doesn't have a manager, and he's dealing with these companies directly.
Kwame, let me take. I feel his pain. I share in his pain because it happens to some, quote unquote, some do go through this first. That's what I'm saying. You should know where you are taking your fight to. You understand me? And those brokers around, no. That's what I'm saying. You cannot go and tell Shatawale that you are taking Wakwaji show. Right? And then you come tell Shatawale, say, that the show you go play. I even ask you've paid the guys that you don't want to play the show yourself. So you yourself, you're on an edge dealing with that guy. And then you go tell him, say, Charlie, who born dog? It won't happen, chairman. Boo. It won't happen.
Okay, so let me also add this. This also came to mind. Now, one of the legit.
Leslie is still contesting.
Maybe he has information. Then he put it out.
Real quickly. One of the legit ways, contractual, where people can actually agree to give you X amount of money, but when the time is up, they will not give you that value, is when you don't meet all the KPIs. So there are several contracts that we've signed where they tell you, if you don't start the program on time, $2,000 or whatever from your contract, from the value. If you don't post, if you don't do your promos, there are specific promos you are supposed to do. You're supposed to do social media. You're supposed to do this. If you don't do all of this, you pay X amount of money, or X amount of money will be deducted from your contract sum. If you don't, all of that is there. So if for any reason you breach these things, then you know that the money that is coming to you minus these elements. So that's like legit, it's contractual. And if you don't, fulfill the obligations within the contract, then obviously you're going to have these monies taken from your value. So that's it. But if you fulfilled everything that you've agreed upon, then that one I think you just need to take the people on, really.
All right, Daybreak Hitz here to 103.9 FM. We're talking about middle. Don't they have middle women?
Men here used to represent both.
I'm just kidding.
Most of the deals are brokered by women. I'll tell you, most of the major deals you see are brokered by women.
Why women?
Why most? You for find your girlfriend.
Guys, if you have any comments, you can share with us here 05488410339. Lexi the comic is complaining about middlemen who are killing trust in sponsors. I have some of your comments here. This one says, good morning, watching you live from Comsys. Big ups to Emmanuel, transport manager, and all the Comsys staff. Hey, Emmanuel, what you shout to? And then Emil Smith says, good day. Okay, what do you think about Lexi's comment on middlemen? Yes, middlemen and how they are making things difficult for some of our event organizers. Yeah, we have some of your messages here, more here. This one says, good morning to you and your panel. Okay. It says, the flag of Ghana. Okay, let me continue from here. Daybreak Hitz are both flying half masts. A mighty tree has indeed fallen. Okay, he's still mourning. Yeah, we're still mourning, of course. The legend at the table of legends, the greatest of all time to walk the space of this industry. The Ghana music demigod, he shall forever remain a reference in the music industry. A music datum, instrumentation, ellipsoid, music production, mean sea level. His name and works inscribed in the scrolls and tablets of the industry perpetually. Rest in power, legendary Daddy Lumba. Kofi Sikadio, message no trouble for Rizano. All right, Natasha Amagana also says that the thin line between agents and bottlenecks within the process that makes the difference within this middleman link, which is very necessary. Okay, agents get you there with their honest cut, while bottleneck agents will blow the cash and block the link to protect their money. They chop you. First time hearing bottleneck agents. We have something like that. Bottleneck agents.
I mean, the person is trying to establish clarity between those who are ethical
and those who are not
ethical, essentially.
Okay. All right. Before we go, though, Ashes and Rob, sum up advice to people out there, creatives out there, event organizers who want to maybe approach some companies for sponsorship, how they should go about it. Reiterate that as we give that as advice to them this morning on Daybreak Hitz. Yeah. Okay. Let me start with you, Robert.
Going for sponsorship is a big topic. I doubt if I can say everything I can right now. But the first thing is to clearly understand your product, the value therein contain, what you're offering, and you need to be able to translate that into a language that the company you want to deal with can understand. And then secondly, you want to also understand the company that you want to approach to find out what their asks or what their interests are, and you want to be clear on that. So what is value for them and what are they looking for at the moment? There are certain things we call value, which may be value, but not necessarily what they want at that particular point of time. If for marketing or for any form of business to exist, it has to be double coincidence of wants.
Okay.
You want something, I want something, and then we exchange. And it has to happen around the same time. But if it happens at different times, then that's when you're likely not going to get business. So you have to pitch whatever value you have to be in sync with what they are looking for. And then once you can speak the language that it goes with, hopefully you should get some hearing. And then there are a few nuances you need to also be able to understand. What is their corporate policy in terms of dealing with people? Is this supposed to go through you directly? Is this supposed to go through an agency? Then you have to go through that agency whatsoever. What are the KPIs? You have to agree on that. Once you agree on that, you translate that into a document. The two of you on the same page. You append signatures, and then at the end of the day, you execute to the letter. And in between this and that, quite a number of things can take place. But in terms of summary, I just want to say this. Let me put it that way.
All right. Thank you, Robert Clark. Nana Pokwashes,
Robert, I think, has dealt with the advertising space really well. I'm not going to go into that. I want to go into a different area.
Sure.
I still want to go into the Lumba area before we sign up.
Okay.
We haven't exhausted. I think we need a month to actually
we will do more.
Celebrate and let the future know how this industry has emerged from where it was till now. The iconic Lumba cannot have. I think it actually needs a national celebration.
Okay.
Seriously, Lumba needs a national celebration, and Robert is here. I'm urging Tata House to lead this campaign.
Okay.
To try and put together an event, where we'll have stars, come and honor the legend. Before his burial, we should do something of that sort, where we see a family performing a Lumba song, a Kwabna performing a Lumba song, just like they do on the
Ghana Music
Ghana Music Awards. Even if it's a paid event, I'm sure it will be a sold out event. People will actually have that sympathy to want to give back to Lumba what he gave back to us.
Okay.
I mean, yesterday I was having a convo with one of our legends, and he said Lumba is the only person presidents feared. Yes. It hit me for a minute. I thought about it. Like, what do you mean by why should the president fear Lumba? He said, listen, there's two candidates that we've seen in the last decade campaigning, both feared Lumba. Because he's that guy that can be with you 1 minute. Next minute, he's going somewhere that you're not even sure. And nobody dare touched Lumba. Other people did political song, and they were touched by the fanatics, by media, Lumba was untouchable. You talk to some artists who my own Kwabna was touched. He felt it deeply.
Was it soft touch or was?
I mean deeply. Yeah. But the song where Kwabna go the way it feel no. Lumba dey on the song. Lumba dey on the song. But who dare you touch Lumba? Yeah, we had police trails, we had so many things.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Lumba, you lie. So we really have to celebrate this guy.
So
Good.
Was it that recording that had the picture of you guys?
Yeah, in the studio.
Okay, you appeared
Yes,
to
2012.
Hey.
Yeah. Lumba is he's a myth. He's a god.
Sure.
Honestly. And that's why I want to veer into we need to still give that
Sure,
guy
we will do more.
his praise. His flower is not enough. We need to cut the whole bush and give to him.
All right. Thank you, Nana Poku Ashes.